We're studying the letter, if you're just joining me now, we're studying the letter to the Romans, written by St. Paul. And just again, very briefly, we're studying the letter. If you're just joining me now, we're studying the letter to the Romans. So once again, we're studying the letter to the Roman Church written by St. Paul. Okay, I don't hear an echo. I'm testing for the echoes. So thankfully there's no echo this time. Okay, so again, we're studying the letter of St. Paul to the church in Rome. And we believe it's written, very briefly, it was written in the year 57 AD, near the end of St. Paul's third missionary journey from Corinth. We believe it was written with the purpose of writing to a pre-established Christian community. We believe that the church in Rome, which was known to be one of the greatest churches, one of the largest churches, and one of the largest Christian communities of the time, it's believed by historians that St. Paul had never actually visited the city of Rome yet, or the church in the city of Rome yet. We also don't attest, there's not a lot of strong historical evidence that St. Peter was the one who established the city of Rome, the church in the city of Rome. It was likely from Gentiles or from Jews in the nearby regions who had heard the gospel and had moved into the city of Rome, and by their actions and by their conduct, they lived a holy life that attracted many to the church. So St. Paul is writing to this pre-established Christian community in Rome. He hasn't, to our knowledge, visited it. He hasn't, to our knowledge, founded it. But he's trying to be very specific with the message he's trying to deliver. He's arguing particularly for salvation through faith, not by law. Because we're nearing the end of our time, we said we would start the midnight praises at 8 o'clock. I'm not going to go too much into detail. I know we ran late because of the technical issues that we were having. And I want to keep my word to those who are hoping to attend Tasbihah at 8 o'clock. So let me just, rather than give the whole Bible study lesson tonight, let me ask you to stay tuned for next Saturday night, God willing, or later this week. You'll find an announcement on Facebook. We're going to begin the letters of St. Paul to the churches, and we're going to study them in one particular sequence. We'll learn about that. We'll learn about the overarching themes, and we'll learn about how to study the letters so that when we immerse ourselves in them, we're not lost and distracted by the confusion, but that we can understand the words of St. Paul and the vocabulary of St. Paul and be edified by his message. May the Lord give us life so that we can meet once again, whether virtually or physically, and study the letters of St. Paul, beginning with the letter to the Roman Church. Glory be to God forever. Amen.